All right, Jamie, we look forward to that. Let's get to our top headlines tonight. These stories are real, new, now. Greene County has its first coronavirus-related death. We have the latest on the pandemic and how it's affecting lives here in the Ozarks.
Bolivar police are investigating after a man was shot to death earlier this morning. Why nearby residents say they were not surprised to wake up to see police in their neighborhood.
Even though school is out of session for the time being, Springfield teachers are still going out of their way to let students know they're there for them. We'll show you how. Ozarks Fox News at 9 starts right now.
Real, new, now. This is Ozarks Fox News at 9.
Well, good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm John Adams.
And I'm Jennifer Abreu. Let's get right to our top story tonight.
I take this next announcement very personally. I am heartbroken to report the first death from COVID-19 in our community.
That was Springfield Greene County Health Director Clay Goddard. The patient was a woman in her 80s, and she was one of the 4 confirmed cases from an assisted care facility in East Springfield.
Well, things are changing rapidly every day with this virus, and city and county leaders are talking about what steps to take next.
Our Madison Heaver has been looking into the situation today, and she joins us now in the studio with more. Madison, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Jen, what those next steps are, we don't know yet. In fact, local government leaders told reporters this evening they are working on, quote, stricter guidelines than the ones we have already in place. While St. Louis and Kansas City have ordered shelter in place, many are questioning why Springfield or even Governor Mike Parson hasn't done the same. Steve Edwards, the Cox Health president and CEO, is urging the health department and the governor to order a statewide shelter in place order. He also says while they may be thinking of the economical standpoint of it all, they may not realize the vast impact this virus could take on the community.
Look, they're all trying to make important balancing decisions. They're worried about the economy. They're not as informed as we are. Springfield has been operating very quickly, but in a thoughtful manner. We must take advantage of the knowledge we've gained with an extra 2 weeks, or we could be Northern Italy, and we are not going to let that happen.
And Mayor Ken LeClerc said he expects an update on what those, quote, stricter guidelines are they've been talking about tomorrow.
Madison, thank you. Now let's continue our coverage of the coronavirus pandemic.
Here's what you need to know right now. There are more than 40,000 cases in the U.S. and over 500 deaths. Nearly 200 of those cases are reported right here in the Show Me State.
There have been 17 individuals test positive in Greene County, including 1 death. In Branson, city leaders tonight making the decision to close all restaurant and bars dine-in option. We'll have details for you on that in just a few minutes.
And Governor Mike Parson announcing this afternoon that starting tomorrow, the state capitol and the state office buildings will be closed. Only essential personnel will continue to report to work. The governor also issued an executive order to allow restaurants to sell unprepared food.
Parson added that bare grocery shelves are not a supply issue, but an issue of demand, and that there is no food shortage in Missouri.
Congress once again failed in its effort to pass a stimulus bill that could send checks directly to Americans. Party leaders are still optimistic, however, that a deal will get done soon. And
President Trump, during an update with his COVID-19 task force today, talked about that bill, urging Congress to pass the Senate bill as written and, quote, stop with partisan politics.
The president also said that FEMA is distributing 8 million N95 masks and over 13 million surgical masks, focusing on hospitals in areas with the greatest need, like New York State and Washington State.
Trump today signed an executive order, the Defense Production Act, to prevent the hoarding of supplies and price gouging. Attorney General William Barr said this is not meant for consumers nor businesses, but for industrial scale for the purpose of making a profit.
Around the Ozarks tonight, like we said earlier, Branson leaders have passed a new law that prohibits non-essential businesses from operating in the city. The Board of Aldermen made this decision to help stop the spread of COVID-19.
The bottom line was, what I felt I heard from our board tonight was they would rather make the decision about closing businesses than have to make, for someone in a hospital, have to make the decision about who was going to live or die.
The ordinance also mandates that restaurants only offer carry-out, to-go, or drive-through pickup. Essential businesses will remain open, including daycares and medical facilities. Branson City Administrator Administrator Stan Dobbins says the board made the right decision here.
At the end of the day, I think what our aldermen understand is that we can do the right thing by humanity and do all we can to protect the lives of those that are dear to us, as well as our guests, or we can worry about money. And while we are concerned, of course, how people are going to eat and pay their bills, we also want to be sure that they are present and alive to be able to do that.
Well, making local news tonight. Since school has been out, students haven't seen their teachers in a week. Staff at Disney Elementary School changed that today by doing a drive-through around town to let their students know they're still there for them. Francis Lynn tells us why it's important to maintain that student-teacher relationship.
After being out of school for an entire week, Disney Elementary School students now have a reason to go outside today.
Just honking and waving and letting our students know that we love them and we miss them and we're thinking of them.
Waiting for our teachers to say hi.
It's just a way for us to get out there and say, we still love you, we still believe in you, we're right here, we'll be here when we get to come back.
We're just trying to lighten the mood and just give some smiles to our students that are stuck at home.
Around 30 cars with Disney Elementary School faculty and staff are delivering their love social distancing style.
It's going to be a big line. We are staying 6 feet away from each other and we are all individually driving our cars.
And Disney Elementary Principal Dr. Lynn Miller says the student-teacher relationship is more important than people may think.
Schools are a place of stability for kids, and when they don't get to see their teachers, that really can take away and affect them emotionally.
And parents say this little act of kindness is putting big smiles on their kids' faces.
We have the best teachers, hand down. I mean, literally every single one of them. I mean, they're spending their own money for their gas, they're taking time out of their day. It's incredible.
This is really cool. They've never done this before, and the kids are really excited about doing this.
How long have they been out of school?
Oh gosh, spring break started a week ago on Friday, and so long enough.
I can't even describe it, like how much I miss my teacher.
I miss them a lot, like a lot. I can't even describe it, but I miss her so much.
Parents also told me they received several phone calls from teachers to check up on them.
They're gonna be like assigning work and stuff like that to keep them caught up so we don't fall behind. So it's been really incredible, honestly.
This is where our hearts are. You know, this is Team Disney at its best.
Francis Lynn, Ozarks First.
What a great story. Now, school officials say teachers are making sure students have the materials they need to continue learning before classes resume online on March 30th. We're told teachers are calling students, doing wellness checks as well, and schools are set to open Monday, April 6th. If that changes, we'll let you know.
Ozarks Fox is working to make sure our website is full of the latest information so you at home can make decisions to keep yourself and your loved ones safe and healthy. We have plenty of resources and the latest from decision makers around the Ozarks surrounding the pandemic. That's all on ozarksfirst.com.
Keeping crime in focus, a shooting suspect is in jail tonight awaiting murder charges, accused of killing a 35-year-old Bolivar man. Bolivar police say Joshua Phillips was shot multiple times this morning. Police don't believe this incident to be random. The shooting happened at a house on Buffalo Road. The suspect was arrested at some apartments about 2 blocks away. We heard from a neighbor who lives next door to where the shooting happened. Justin Winter says he wasn't surprised to see police outside his neighbor's house.
That house in particular is known for activity, suspicious activity. There's quite a number of calls going to PD, and PD are up there fairly often, so it doesn't surprise me at that house particularly.
Bolivar police have not released the suspect's name right now. Chief Webb says he is currently in the Polk County Jail awaiting official charges of first-degree murder.
Well, another day, another chance for some storms and rain heading into the Ozarks, Jamie.
Yeah, the dry